Now, I know this is a little bit of a late review, but I honestly didn't know what to say about this episode, depending that Hellbent was such a frickin' good episode. But remember when I said in my review, Moffat always finds a way to tear everything apart these days in the second act, wherein most second acts of his previous work really tied everything together and made everything spectacular. Yeah, that's not here. What we do have, however, is a moment where I literally said, if it were not for Peter Capaldi's performance and the possibility of what we're going to get in the Christmas special as well as next season, I would have stopped watching Doctor Who altogether. Seriously, Capaldi, again, I cannot praise this man enough, and why he's probably now my favorite Doctor, is because this guy can sell anything you give him. And trust me, he sells a lot of raw emotion in here. Obviously, that was a big driving point with Hellbent, was that he could he had a, big driving force behind his acting. And in here, there's some great character moments between, the Doctor and Clara. But on a whole, I was literally like, this was too, even though this was, nearly an hour and a half long, I literally said, most of this is just meandering. If you're going to make it, give an episode an extra 30 minutes, then use those extra 30 minutes and not, dick around. That is the point here. Because there is the first half of this episode is nothing but the Doctor dicking around. No, not the Doctor, the story. The story doing that. So, the Doctor has returned to Gallifrey, which is cool. We were obviously going to get this at one point or another, so it's nice to see the Time Lords had returned. And we get this ugly old fart who is the Lord President, and the moment I looked at him, I said, that's Rassilon, isn't it? I literally said, yeah, that's Rassilon. That's the other thing Moffat's really, dropping the ball on is, you can easily guess what characters bring in, like how a majority of people figured out Missy was the Master before, the end of the season. And how we kind of figured out first glance, oh, this kid's going to be Davros, isn't he? In the beginning of this season. And then in the start of this episode, you're like, oh, that's Rassilon, isn't it? Yep, it's Rassilon. And then we have the Sisterhood of Karn just show up. Why? Because they're the Sisterhood of Karn, and I like them being around. Trust me, they were really cool, and seeing them a few times over. But now it's just like, now that they can just go to Gallifrey, what? I mean, I know it's no longer time-locked, but it's at the edge of the universe and the very near end of it. So, wouldn't it be possible that... how is that possible? I don't care. At this point, I don't care. I don't fucking care. I mean, I'm glad that Brain of Morbius, really good episode, and nice to see the Sisterhood of Karn actually being more like supporting characters, but I don't need them thrown in every 5 fucking minutes. Ugh. So yeah, also, here comes the other big thing that I've really hated about this episode. They bring Clara back, they bring Clara back, which I don't give a shit about, and, they bring her back saying that, oh, you're still dead and it's a fixed point, and you're just literally, the living dead right now. And the Doctor and Clara, the Doctor does everything in his power to save Clara, and we're introduced to something really cool, but they do jack shit with. Basically, what they bring in is these things called, the Cloister Wraiths, which are, spirits, or the previous regenerated forms of bodies from other Time Lords. And they're used as sentries. Well, they're shown, but never really do anything. Kind of like, the Whispermen from Series 7, or the Cybermen from Series 8, the end of Series 8. We bring in these characters, and you do nothing with them. You do nothing with them. And no, don't say that the Whispermen, oh, they're really just the great intelligence, just new bodies. Yeah, but I'd like to see them actually do shit. Oh yeah, they killed, what's her face? They killed Jenny, which is brought back through Sontaran Ex Machina. As you can tell, I'm not a big fan of this episode. And, again, I think there is some good character moments towards the end, because that's when it kind of focuses in on it itself. But a majority of it's just like, wow. Even there's a moment in here that made me go, what? A few minutes, actually, where, the leader of the Sisterhood is talking to Rassilon. She's like, he never hated the Time Lords, he just hates you. And then, later on it says, like, oh, the Doctor just hated the Time Lords for what they became. How wonderful. How fucking wonderful is the writing here. And also we have where Clara's like, I'm supposed to die. And, you're supposed to let this happen. And then, when she discovers, oh, I'm supposed to die? Oh, well, don't let them kill me, Doctor. It just changes. The characterizations just change constantly. Now, there is some great moments in here, like towards the end when the Doctor says, I'm gonna have to wipe her memory. So, yeah. Also, man, great job, Moffat, for making me hate this character more than Rose Tyler. She's willing to risk the whole universe just so she can remember hanging out with the Doctor. Thanks. No, really, thanks. If you never gave me thank you that this is the last time we're going to see Clara Oswald again, because I'm fucking done with her. You also made me... Well, I didn't really hate Ashilda, because it was kind of cool that, at the end of the universe, you're still immortal, and now you're there to watch the universe die. Which I would, and also I kind of like how she kind of pieced together the hybrid theory, which they did kind of keep in the air. Maybe that it's, maybe it's talking about the Doctor being the half-human thing, or maybe it's really the Doctor and Clara, which actually may be the better of it. But no, I did enjoy the end of it, and not because, I'm not saying that as Joe's like, I enjoyed the end because it stopped. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is I did enjoy how they kind of flipped the whole, it's the Doctor who doesn't remember Clara anymore, and it is a great build-up to that scene, and again, and I gotta give it to Capaldi there. There's even a moment toward, when he's in the diner, which is the same diner that Amy and Rory were in, which also great nod, but again, that's Moffat's era, so of course he would reference it, and how he, that's the word I'm looking for, how he kind of, like, is having this mini panic attack, and it really is kind of tragic that he's looking at the very girl and he says, I'll know her when I see her, and nothing's there. But yeah, again, I think it's more of Capaldi's acting than anything else. But yeah. So, really hoping the Christmas special's good. We haven't really had a really good Christmas special since... What, Christmas Carol? No, really, I could go back and look and see, like, problems multiple times over with the other Christmas special review episodes. So hopefully, the Husbands of River Song will be really good. Really am hoping that it's going to be good, because it looks fun. It looks like since we've had a trio of really dark episodes, and really just, punch you in the face drama, this actually looks like a fun it's Christmas. It's supposed to be all about fun stuff. And yeah, we'll get to see River Song again. Yay! But all in all, I just did not like this episode, because the writing goes kind of goes everywhere. Again, they make Clara like this end-all be-all thing. I don't remember the Doctor being this gung-ho about saving Rose Tyler or doing anything like that. So what makes Clara so goddamn special is beyond me. But yeah. But now we're getting the Time Lord slowly returning. Can't wait to see that. And hopefully but all in all, not counting the Christmas special, I think this has probably been one of the better Doctor Who seasons. Series 7 and Series 8 had their flaws, but there were good episodes you could find. This one I can find a myriad of really good episodes. So, yeah. And I can't deny that the first part of this two-parter, Hellbent, was actually pretty damn good. So, all in all, we had Series 9 was a major upgrade from the previous two seasons. So you guys tell me, what did you all think of Heaven Sent? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys really hate it? Or, whatever. So anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.